Morning, everybody, and morning to Karnak Holistics. My name's Matt Lubian Vidal. I'm the intuitive coach, healer, and also psychic medium. I just wanted to talk today about authenticity, about you being what you truly are, and how the universe and creation pulls whatever you desire into and manifests into your life. A lot of people I've worked with over a period of time have looked at themselves as the focus of something that they want to be in this moment in time, when according to the law of attraction, LOA, that is totally wrong. That should be the starting point of your manifestation, looking at where you are, what you are, and what you're manifesting in this moment. If you are stuck in this present time and you're not happy where you are, there are things in your life that is and should be a catalyst to make the next step, because without gratitude, nothing else would evolve from that. So if you're, for example, stuck and you want a new job and you're not happy where you are, just for the fact is that the job is actually with you right now is a plus. The other aspect is that you need to be really clear and focused upon what you want, and you really need to be and live and understand, working within yourself, that this is where you want to go is where you want to be. You can't just sit and manifest and just hope that these things will just happen. It is a part of you. If you look at the higher self, that is a link to the creator. That is you billions of years in the future, hence why it's helping you and from another dimension, you to reach your goal, and for it to be a catalyst and an inspiration for you to achieve and manifest the things that you want. Now, obviously right now, whether you have what you want or whether you're still trying to manifest what you want or you have just achieved stuff, that's good. You've arrived where you are. There's a state called the ego. The ego, people class as a negative thing. In fact, long as the ego don't cause you harm, then it could be classed as a positive, because it shows that it is sitting where you are. If your ego is showing that you're better than everybody else and so on and so forth, so life will knock you down a few pegs, and the ego will then show that you are not better than anybody else, because there is no thing better than anybody. So you are in a state, you may have a lot more money than somebody else, but somebody else may have a better relationship than you. You may have a brilliant relationship and not have much money. So, but either way, you manifest what you are in this state of happiness or consciousness. Now, if you look at consciousness and where your mindset is, it evolves from where you are. It evolves from what your conscious mind is really predicting, what you believe in to be true. Now, if you believe that you're not capable of achieving anything, then you won't. You will remain in this state. And I love the saying, what is it? It's he who says he is and he says he's not. Both are right. So therefore, basically, I think it was Henry Ford that said that. And with that means that whether you are not something and whether you are something, then you're both right, because you are both it. At the moment for myself, I'm in the process of developing Karnak Holistics, taking it to upskilling it more. And in my mind, I had trust. I didn't know where it was going to evolve into. I had an idea of where it's going to evolve into, but over a period of time, I just trust in my higher self and the consciousness and the creator to help me develop Karnak into the next level. It's moved from being a one-to-one holistic spiritual development for people to now working within the social and the inner city and helping people who have mental health and also who are struggling with emotional trauma. Now, in reality, I never really thought about making or going down that line. I've always had a passion. That was always one of my goals. But obviously, Karnak is growing from where the creator is, because the reality is Karnak is just an extension of me. I'm an extension of the creator. I'm a part of the creator. I'm the conscious earthly manifestation of the creator's awareness of itself, the same as you are, the creator's conscious awareness living in this moment. That's why when Jesus said, I am the Son of God, he is basically the embodiment or the manifestation of God himself on this planet. Now, a lot of people turn around and say he's physical, God's belief, but I believe there was many levels to what Jesus said. Meditating and working with that energy, with Jesus energy, was so powerful, making the awareness of where you wanted to arrive at. Over a period of my life, I've just been stuck for about 3 years after being seriously ill. And at that point, after having a heart attack and stroke, I could have turned around and said, okay, this is my lot in life and I'm just going to remain here. And I had a lot of people in the health profession saying, to be honest, you can just stay on benefits and get a good income, blah, 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 just basic sound benefits. But I've never, ever wanted to be there, not because I don't think it's right or wrong, it doesn't really matter, because at that time I needed that support. But what I wanted to do, and where the reason why I believe I was here, was to be a representation of myself, and how I believe I can help humanity is by existing, and all the trauma I've been through and that you're gone through is to benefit you. There's a saying, if you haven't died, then it's you learn from it. Like Karnak's strapline is learn from it, grow from it, and I believe that's so true. That if we're not dying through the process, then we can grow from it. I've worked with so many people over a period of time who, for whatever reasons, have gone through mental health or suffered from trauma, and I've just been stuck. And I believe, obviously, at that time, it's just not them time to just move forward. They do in that moment. The only people that can really shift that is you. Only person that can earn the £10,000 a year, or the £100,000 a year, or the £1 million a year, or the £1 billion a year, or the £1 trillion a year is you. Your belief in where you are, and it's not you just sitting there doing a vision board and then putting out to the universe. It's about you really believing in you. There's a saying I teach my students, is that in order to achieve your goals, become a better servant. So let me repeat that. To achieve your goal is to become a better servant. When I say a better servant, it's to serve humanity and serve yourself and being true to yourself. And then once you're in that zone, how many times have you achieved something, or found something, or something has been given to you that you've never even thought about having, or you wanted, but there was no way of you achieving it just then, and then you've met or you found that thing. That's how it works, basically. If you're in that state of happiness or balance, and you're finding where you are and you're dealing with where you are, all this stuff comes from it. And again, 9 years I was homeless. I never had a car, had a really good job, had a life partner and kids and all the rest of it. Through life, it happens. We went a different way. Ended up homeless, ended up really ill. And then basically I just had to, I remember one night I was just sitting in my hospital bed, and I goes, what happens now? And my conscious awareness basically just stepped forward and said, you got two paths. You can either go down this path where you just kind of like give up and just stay where you are, or you go this way and you go and achieve greater things in life, and then have a bigger impact on yourself and humanity. And at that moment, immediately I was very low and I had no direction about what I wanted or where I was going. But I always felt that I wanted to make a change to myself and to others. So obviously I followed path 2. And then it must have been 6 months later, I ended up getting a bed and breakfast, and I got my flat, then I got a job, and then in the meantime I started studying counselling, and then it kind of grew. And now obviously I've got a better car, better job, now going to work with the NHS, I'm developing Karnak. Everything is flowing and growing, because as I made each step, I've realised within that moment that I'm making that change and that shift. And even, it's really quite interesting, even now, though I've lived it, breathed it, and sang it, I have this apprehension about sharing it. Not because I'm ashamed of it, it's because it's just not a part of my conditioning, and I would own that I don't, it's not bragging and boasting, recognize achievements in my life. And I think some people may have that same feeling, that they may have in a zone where if they say what they've achieved, that they feel guilty about it, or they shouldn't be saying this. You know what? Boot that feeling at the ballpark. However, learn from that. Enjoy that feeling, because you are entitled to share and your goals and your achievements, because you've been through it. You're nobody else. You're the one that achieved it, you know. So allow yourself to be in that zone and enjoy that moment. But just recognize that is spirit or your ego telling you to keep you down by telling and saying to you, you're not worthy. You are worthy. Trust me, I can see it, I know it, and I'm telling you, you are worthy of it. So long as the ego don't kick in and then you don't become some self-centered individual, then that's fine. But you know, these things are called props, or states of encouragement, like the vision board, writing down your goals. All these things are there to support your way of working. Some people don't like the vision board. Some people just rather create a journal. That's fine. Whatever works for you. Everyone's different. For me, I go with whatever I feel is right at the time, and I think each stage is things to shift. And as a intuitive coach, it's my job in some ways to recognize where my client wants to be at what level. So basically, it's I just wanted to put out there, being authentic, being who you are. Allow yourself to be who you are. Allow yourself to enjoy these different levels of your chakras, and your chakras are in density, so allow them to grow and shift. Get closer to yourself, get closer to your higher self. Learn about you. And it's really interesting when I say to people who work with me that we're going to start to I'll let you look in the mirror first of all, and then when you start looking in the mirror and asking what they see, then it expands outwards. Because if you can't look in the mirror, how can you expect other people to look at you the same way you want people to look at you? So, and that's not an ego way. I think it's just you. When I say the mirror, it's not a physical mirror. It's a emotional, spiritual, and I suppose some conscious mirror, for you to be aware of what you are and who you are. So if you can like, share and subscribe, I hope this week was helpful. Please leave comments below, and obviously press that little bell, and I'll see you next week. Stay blessed and keep shining.